at something and we execute it. You know, we've been in this series called YOLO, You Only Live Once. And we've been talking about you only having one shot at your teenage years of you bringing glory to God. You only have one time of you being a teenager and where you can really offer up your life as a living sacrifice unto Him. You know, we watched that video of that guy. He was a college roommate of mine, and I just excited about that story of him winning all that money and winning the car for hitting that one shot. But whenever time I watch that video, I think about the one shot that we all have. You know, the problem with YOLO is that it's true. We only have one life. You only live once. And the awesome part about YOLO is that it's true. We got one shot at this thing. And the awesome part about it is that I think God has only given us one life, because when you have one shot at something and you execute it, everyone is excited. You see how in the crowd everyone was just making a whole bunch of noise because they were so surprised and they were so shocked because the shot was so hard and you only had one shot at it. And we see your teenage lives, and I know that life is hard, and I know it's so hard to be a sold out Christian as a young person, and I know it's so hard, but just imagine how excited heaven gets when you execute your one shot at being a Christian teenager. Just imagine what happens. I know it's hard. I know it goes against its culture. It goes against the odds. But what happens if you execute it? What happens when you go to school every day and you live it like your last day, and you go to school saying, you know what, I want to make a difference by the way I approach my teachers, by the way I work hard, and by the way I interact with my friends, and by the way I share the gospel of Jesus Christ. What if you execute it? Man, it would be awesome, and heaven will be excited. Places would make noise, and you would be so excited at the end of your life because you said, you know what, although it was hard, and although I made mistakes, and although I fell down at times, I executed that thing. And that's what God is saying to you tonight. Man, you got one shot at being a teenager. You don't get a second chance. Like, I became a Christian when I was 14. From 13 down is a life saying, you know what, I didn't give God my life. And you know, the best testimonies I hear is testimonies where I hear young people say, you know what, my parents brought me to church and I started to live for God when I was like 6 or 5 years old, because they have a legacy to share. That they have something awesome to tell. You know, the people who wait till they get older and say, you know what, God changed my life in my 20s and God changed my life in my 30s, although that's where the Bible, in fact, statistics say that if you don't accept Jesus Christ by the time you are 18, only 8% of Christians accept Jesus by the time after the age of 18. This is your time. This is your moment, and this is the time for you to decide, are you going to take the shot? And if you're going to take the shot, are you going to try your best to make it? Because you only have one shot. We're not going to give you 2 shots. It's not going to be 3 shots. You're not going to be able to shoot the first shot and see, oh, I was a little bit to the left, or I was a little bit to the right. You only get one shot at this thing, and God says, you only live once, so make it count. In fact, there's a story in the Bible where this master gave these three servants some talents. For one servant, he gave him 5 talents. And for the next servant, he gave him 3 talents. And the next servant, he gave him 1 talent. And the master said, I'm going to go away for a little while. And I want you to do something with the talents that I have given you. And when I come back, then I want to see what you did with it. So the guy who had 5 talents, he went out and did some great things. He used the talents that the master, decisions that can ruin your life. You can be a guy who comes to church every Wednesday night and every Sunday morning, and you can be someone who your parents go to church, and you make one decision, it could destroy your life. One decision can ruin years and years and time of your hard work and of your dedication. I mean, it's so true. When we think about the decisions that we make, And so what we want to do, we want to give you the skills and the practical ways and by which you need to go in making daily decisions. But before I go on with my sermon, I want to give you the importance and show you a visual understanding of how years and years could be chopped away in one decision in 1 second. You know what? Wise, come up here for a second. I want you to bring a chair.